Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello, farmers. Welcome back to the Pacific Northwest. As you can see, I've been doing just a little bit of work in between episodes. Not much, hardly at all. We are in the third day of autumn, out of 6 days. It rained mostly, so that's why we're so far ahead. And I started seeding this field on the second day, obviously, as you can tell, because when it hit midnight, boom, it hit the first growth stage. So that's the thing. Yeah, so finished seeding that field. Why you fertilizing over where you fertilize? So before I started this, Courseplay had an update, and I'm not quite sure what's going on. It did the same thing when it seeded. It overlapped on the first row quite a bit, like it's doing now. So when it seeded, it kind of overlapped at the first row. So I'm trying to see if it's going to do the same thing with the fertilizer. If it does, I'll just do it myself, because I want to get to a lot of other things right now in this episode. Not in the in-game farm day, because there is a lot to do. A lot to touch bases on. If you're going to overlap again, then I'm just going to... You are, aren't you? No, stop, driver. Turn that off, please. What is the... working with? 12 meters. Where is it? 12 meters. Alright, so you know what we're going to start the day with? We're going to start the day with fertilizing a field. Or was he just about right? You know what, maybe he's closer than I thought he was. I thought he was overlapping quite a bit, but really he was kind of right on that path. Alright, now I just gotta watch him one more time. If he is, you know, he may have problems when he gets down to the farm. There's a fence there. But if he does, we'll cut back to him and take over. It's not going to take us long to fertilize it. I kind of goofed up. I should have fertilized this field before I seeded it. Then after I seeded it, I probably could have fertilized it again, I think. It's kind of hard for me to remember. It's been so long since I had a sewing machine. I didn't fertilize at the same time, so I get kind of confused. Yeah, he's doing fine there. So also I'd like to mention, thanks to Gary, who commented in the last, I think it was the last episode. He did mention about the grass field. Remember I said I'm going to have to plow it by the end of the year, because when I started the season I noticed the field needed to be plowed. He did mention, well, once you cut it the first time, it resets. It does not need to be plowed. If we go here, needs plowing, our grass field does not need to be plowed. So thank you for the comment, because I was going to plow this stupid thing without even checking it. So that's going to help out, save some time there as well. And let's see, what else I want to touch base on. We're going to head down here very shortly. I just want to see how he does. So, oh yeah, our animals, how are animals doing? Cows are up to 36%, still climbing. We hope to make some improvements today, because we're going to get into this right here. Power food, or Telemix rations, whatever you like to call it. Food-wise, they're all doing well. So we can hop out of that. Also, our fields, our other 3 fields that we have, they're ready to be harvested, but that's not going to be in today's episode. I'm not going to have time to do that. Unless I make another 1-hour video like the last one. I had no idea. I recorded that episode, and I said I don't have that much material. Then I kept cutting it down. Like, I got a lot of material to put in this episode. I said, screw it, just put it all in one. So our chickens. Holy crap, we got to get to them today. But look at that, 138 eggs. That is nice. So we'll be getting to them today. Let's hop on down to the John Deere. So I need to bring this seed up today because we're just about out of seed. We have no more fertilizer as well. But what we need to check is silage. 55,000 liters it can take. As you can see, we got full of straw, almost full of hay. So 55,000 liters of silage. So let's head on over to the moo cows. Because we're also going to spend some money today. Because probably some of you are already thinking, yeah, you got silage, but it's kind of hard to pick it up when you're going to do it by hand. No. We need to buy a bucket. So basically, I think first off, we're just going to fill up the trailer. So that holds 31. It's R to uncover, right? Oh, that's right. It only opens up the beginning part. I knew that. I was like, what do you mean it's been opened? It's not open. So we're going to head to the shop. I'm not going to bother jump cutting because it's just around the corner. But, yep, really loving the map. Especially when autumn came and the trees changed. There's some trees I didn't know if some of them, because some trees won't change. But looks like he used most of the trees that do change, so thank you for that. Fall is my favorite time of the year in real life. Okay, so we need to go to front loaders. Now, you got the standard bucket that, you know, yeah, we don't think so. Where is the buckets? Buckets for beets, multi-purpose bucket 3,000. 3,000. I think there's one for 4. There's that one there. This bucket allows large volume super hand grain fertilizer, seed, and any kind of logs and other material. Allows the handling of cereals and similar products. Suitable to fill the containers. No, that's not what we want. Alright, so I think it's going to be this one right here is the one we're going to buy. It's for the front loader, so we'll buy that. And it just about landed on me if you just almost saw it. We need to go take care of him because he's going to be wasting our fertilizer. We'll get back to the bucket in a second. So we'll quickly get this done. We're just about out of fertilizer as well. So yay. We're just about out of everything. But we'll get to that shortly. I got something planned. It may not be helpful today, in today's episode, or even in the end day farm game, because it's going to take a while to do stuff. I was hoping that the first season I can get by with the seed that we had and the fertilizer that we had, but yeah, we're running out. We got, as you saw, we do have some seed from the seed mixer. Alright, let's bring the New Holland back. I'll refill what we have. And I'll get them started in that field, and I'll meet you back down with the John Deere in the bucket, filling up the trailer. See you in a second. Alright, filling up the trailer with silage, as we got plenty of it for a while to make total mixed rations for our 10 cows. 4,000 liters on the front of this tractor is starting to push the limits of the tractor with no weight in the back. Finding that out. As for the fields above, I had to fertilize all the fields myself because Courseplay was having a... Well, it wasn't Courseplay's fault. I wasn't really doing the headlands. I figured fertilizer, I probably shouldn't bother with the headlands, and that was a mistake because it kept running into the hedges and the trees. Well, not running into them, but slipping, as they call it. So I said, you know what? It's not going to take me long to fertilize the fields. So the 3 fields that we harvested are all fertilized, and I got like 20 grains of fertilizer left. So we're out of fertilizer, and whatever seed he's got left in there seeding that other field is all the seed we got left as well. Right now, we got seed down here, and our trailer is full. I can dump this back in here, right? If I remember, I should be able to, right? Yes. Now, I think this will be the first time... I think this John Deere should be able to handle this amount of weight. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Now, if we were going uphill, that's a whole other situation. Oh, ladies, it's coming. You just wait. So I'm not going to bother topping off the mixer. Just don't need to at this stage. They're not going to take that much when it gets to mixing. I was going to pull it in the road and turn around, but then I saw the car coming, so... Alright. Is it picking up? Am I too close to the straw trigger, maybe? I remember that used to be a problem on some of these mixers. If you get too close to the center, it'll pick up the center one. There we go. Alright, that should start making some TMR for us. Or as they call it now, power food. I don't know why they changed the name of it, but whatever. Now what we're going to do is we're going to spend some money. I mean, yeah, we already bought a bucket. Bucket was needed for multiple things. But what we're going to do is load up with some manure. Solid manure. And I keep parking too close to these things. Before I do anything, how many... Whoops, wrong page. So I'm not going to get 2 buckets out of it. But you know what? We're going to need what we're doing. You'll see in a second. It says there's 7,000 here, but I'm having a hard time. I think I'm dumping it back in as well. But hopefully when we give the cows the power food, their health will go up a lot. They'll start producing a lot more of everything. But let me fill up the trailer with what little manure we got, and I'll bring you back when I'm just about all set to do what we need to do. So out of that 7,000 liters of manure, I can only pick up 2,700. I think a lot of it is just under the concrete just a little bit, which is fine. You know, so there's 5,000 there. I just had a hard time picking up. I think I was picking up like 20 or 30 liters at a time. I was like, all right, enough of that. Enough of that. So we got 2,700. It's not much. But what we're about to do, we were going to do anyways, so yeah, some of you are probably thinking, well, he talked about, you know, making artificial fertilizer, which, yeah, we were. But I found, well, I didn't, well, ooh, this is going to be a tough angle to get in here. So he put a nice little thing in here for placeables. I'm just trying to think the best location for it. I think I'll just park in the middle because can't really remember how big this is, where it's going to look like, but we're going to put a placeable in here and we'll see what it is in a second. So we'll come down here to placeables. Now there's a couple things I'm going to say. So you probably saw, well, if I can find it here, I'm probably whizzing right past it. Wow, okay. Unless I deactivate, I may have deactivated them just so the game wouldn't have to load them every time I started the game. Bet you that's what I did. Yep, that's what I did. Alright, anyways. Forget all that. Maybe I'll cut that out and you didn't see it. Okay. The bioprocessor, right here. 50 grand. This does a lot of things. This factory takes digestate, manure, or liquid manure slurry and produces fertilizer, liquid fertilizer, and fuel. I had the bioprocessing plant makes fuel, and that's down here, and that right there, 250 grand. Yeah, I can go in the XM files and change it, but I kind of like leaving the mods the way they are. But this one here makes liquid fertilizer. Alright, so now the question is, I kind of forgot how to, yeah, that's, okay, rotate it that way. So we're going to put it right here in this corner. I want to give myself just a little bit of room for the trucks to turn around, I believe. And why is it I can't move it all of a sudden? Alright. I'll just line up along this fence, which means the back of it should be. Okay, why does it keep doing that on me here? It keeps bugging out. You know what I am going to do before something really bad happens? Let's save the game. Alright, I'll get this place down and bring it back. Alright, so here it is. I think I got it placed kind of straight. I'm very picky about things, especially when you're just starting off on a map and you gotta look at it a lot. I don't think, if I hit F5, where's the... Nope, not that button either. Is it F6? Basically, I'm trying to see where the triggers are. I thought F5 showed me the triggers. Oh, I forgot these things. All right. But anywho's, this is where you can pick up your fuel, which is right here. This is where you're, put your digestate or slurry. And this is where we're going to put our manure. This is where you can pick up your artificial fertilizer. Liquid fertilizer. Do I take it out of this pump as well? Anywho's, let's get this fired up anyways. Yeah, we don't have much manure. I don't know how much is going to produce of anything. But now we got the factory. We'll get some fuel made. artificial fertilizer, which, you know, we need as well. Alright. There we go. I was like, where's the trigger? Almost dead center on this one. Now obviously it's going to take a few minutes for it to come on. Okay, so is this an automatic? Set seal trigger to automatic filling. I want to do manual filling. Set to manual filling. Alright. So input is digestate, liquid manure, or manure, which we did. We do have some liquid manure, but I don't have a tank yet. So eventually we'll get some fertilizer, fuel, and liquid fertilizer out of that. The liquid fertilizer will be used to make the seeds. The fertilizer will be used, obviously, to fertilize our fields, and the fuel, well, duh. So there we have it. That will fire up. We'll come back and check this on this later. But what we need to do, I kind of like the placement of it in that corner. That way it gives us room to put a whole bunch of other stuff in here in the future if we want to. So now we've done all that, we're going to go back to the seed mixer. I'm hoping this trailer fills up with seed. I don't remember. I never really transported seed around. I usually put down the, I don't know what you call it. I'm not going to hit that car, but if we go to placeables, I usually put down, you probably know what I'm going to show you, but where are they? These things. I usually put down these things right here. But, you know, since we got a placeable on the map, I'm going to try to use it. I never used it before because of the liquid fertilizer thing. I think I spent over an hour and a half looking on mod hubs, whatever. And the only thing I was finding for liquid fertilizer maker was one you had to, you know, use a mixing tank where you put some kind of additive in, then you added water, which, you know, is fine. And also I just happened to stumble on that and I'm like, wait a minute, that makes everything, 3 things that we will need. And I could use, first of all, digestate. When you do this silage at the, we'll go around this way. When you use the silage at the biogas treatment place, you always get all that digestate. And other than spraying on your field, I was like, yeah, okay. Because a lot of maps you can't sell that stuff. I really need to be in the cab because I can't see a darn thing with all those leaves in the trees. Alright, so the total mixed rations has started, so do I have... Alright, 2,000. We're going to take that just to give it to the cows, just to see what their health goes up to. Obviously it's not going to last too long, but we're down here. And I can't see because of all the trees. I don't think I'm under the trigger, am I? Nope. There we go. Let's go give some to the moo cows. And this will give us a rough idea how much they will need by looking at the info stats page. I mean, it's only 10 cows, so we'll find out. Alright, so we got to give that time to sell power food, 15%. Well, my mind has just gone blank there. I was trying to... 20. So they're going to need like 15,000 liters would give them 100%. I think that's right. I think. I'm probably wrong. I gotta stop doing math, man. Too many things on my mind, and math is just... I can do math really good when I have nothing else to do. But my mind's racing like always these days. I don't think I'm under the trigger well enough. I'm not even sure this trailer takes seed. I hope it does. Oh, thank God. This should be more than enough to suffice the fields that we got left. But I'll meet you back up at the main farm, and we'll take it from there. Alright, back at the farm. First time I get to load up this little sucker right here. We can see our storage is empty everywhere. Okay. Does that take time to register, or? Houston? Okay, I'm not sure about that. Maybe it just takes time to register, but I wouldn't think so, because when you take it, it registers right away. Okay. But while we're here, the last thing we need to do, I'll have to figure it out maybe between episodes. If that doesn't register in a while, I'll have to figure out what's going on there. But we need to... That's more than enough. I need to go take care of the chickens. The chickens need some food and some water. And for how many eggs they're producing, they can have it. It's going to be interesting because our courseplay worker is just about... I forgot which one's the grain, which one's the water. Our course player is just about out of seed. Alright, chickens got food. That's right, I don't want to be too far in there. Well, it shouldn't matter where we are, it's not going to dump that long. Alright, we'll close this up. It's a game autosave for a long time there. There it goes. Okay, now this... Okay, it's take a while to register in there. I was like, oh god, don't tell me I have to figure that out. So that's all set. Right now, though, I want to park that right there. So it's perfect time. You can see our course play worker is begging for seed. He's going to have to wait a second or two. Oh, my driving is just totally awesome today. I'm spot on. But the good thing is we do have a lot of money just sitting around the farm right now, which we will need. Well, you always need money in Farming Simulator. Alright, so I'm not close enough to that. There we go. So you can see this, yeah, straw. Holy crap. That's called wool. We got wool sitting there. And of course we're going to have grain in storage until the price is just about right. The price is right. I'm old school, isn't that right, Bob Barker? Okay, let's give them the water. I think I don't have crop destruction on because I won't have any crops left. Okay, that's exaggerating just a little bit, but you know what I'm saying. So I'm going to park up the water tanker, grab the course play worker. Oh, and you're almost done too. At least they shut off the engines. But I'm going to go refill this. I'm going to finish seeding this field myself and get them started on the other field over there. But before we do that as well, so yeah, this field here, we did chop straw and we found that works. So that's why this has 2 stages of fertilization on it, not just one like these do. But let me go fill up. I'm going to finish seeding this field myself. Then I'll get him working on the 3rd field on his lonesome. And we'll check on just a couple things before we call it an episode. So, like always, see you in a second. Alright, I think Hop Along Charlie from Farmer's Dynasty is now over here working. Had a hard time getting Courseplay to start on this field. Finally accepted it. Alright, making sure you're taking the right course of turn. You are, so you're good to go there. Alright. I just lost my train of thought. Doesn't take much now, does it? So let's go to the chickens just to see what's going on here. Make sure their stats are all goody goody. There we go. They're making eggs. That's like probably like $1,200 in eggs right there. Not bad. We only got 36 chickens. Maybe what we'll do at some point is we'll take care of them. They can maybe breed or something like that. So the other thing let's check on. The moo cows. Alright, well it says 36% here. But hopefully that will go up. And they've already gone through a lot of power food. But hopefully this will boost up their health a little bit in that short time frame. We'll just let that Total Mix Rations thing get to work. And after we get on harvesting in the next episode, let's just go here. Run across the road without looking, as most people do. Yeah, I said about 15,000 is what we need. So that's going to take some time to get up there anyways. But that's fine. Alright, so we got that. And the nearest place I can jump to is here. Where am I? Oh, and I'm not going to be able to go to the fence. Give me a second here and we'll get over to our biogas plant thingamajigger, whatever it's called. Have to go for a swim. Alright, so how are we doing here? So, okay. Bioprocessor. It says I can figure this out. We got 678 manure left. It does hold up to 300,000, which is good. So we got 416 gallons of fuel. It can hold 60,000. And the liquid fertilizer is at 833, and the artificial is at 833 as well. So that's the artificial fertilizer. This is 678. Oh, that's that's our, that's the total that we got in there. So where's, oh, the liquid slurry is over here. All right, I thought these were the fuel. I thought these were all fuel tanks. I didn't pay too much attention. It looks like the fill point's right here. So luckily I left me some room here. So if I bring a tanker in, hopefully if I just bring a tanker in, like even on this side, it should connect to that. I got some tankers in mind for loading up and everything. We're going to need a truck at some point as well because, yeah, we got to bring them to the main farm, the artificial fertilizer. I don't think a John Deere tractor can handle a full trailer load going up the hill. I just brought that seed up, which was what, 3,000 grains, and I just said, yeah, you can tell that's not going to be too happy trying to bring up a full trailer. But at least now we're making some artificial fertilizer. That's not much to begin with, but hopefully our moo cows with Total Mix rations will start pooing more. We'll get more manure. Of course, we got liquid slurry. We'll, you know, we can get a liquid slurry tanker. We got a lot of tankers to buy. I got to buy a fuel tanker, artificial fertilizer, not an artificial fertilizer, liquid fertilizer tanker, a slurry tanker. Yeah, I'm gonna have separate tankers for all of them because you don't want to mix and match all that stuff in the tanks for real. Yes, I can buy one tank that fits them all and be fine, but you know, I try to do it somewhat realism. Realism is key, right? Someone else. But anyways, guys, that is going to do it for today on the farm. At least in this episode. When we start next episode, it'll probably be roughly almost the same time. And, well, maybe not, because what I need to do as well is this field right here. Where the heck am I going here? This field right here needs to be worked on, and I probably should do that before a job gets taken on us. Yeah. 27 grand. So I'll probably be doing that in between episodes. I'll work this field in between episodes so we'll get some more cash back. We're down to 23 grand, which is not bad. Can't do much with it, but it's not bad. But hopefully by the time I harvest this field, fertilize it, cultivate it, and reseed it, hopefully we're back up somewhere around 70 grand, something like that. But yeah, that's going to do it for today on the Pacific Northwest. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. Like always, I appreciate you watching. And until next time, have a good one.